welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be making a cake and I'm super excited for it. Let's get right straight into it. I am going to list all of the ingredients and the amounts and quantities in the description box below. So we're going to need a half cup of flour, which I've added a pinch of salt to, 4 tablespoons of oil or a half stick of butter, an egg, over 4 cups of sugar, and then we're going to need 7 tablespoons of cacao powder, but I added less because hey, in the shops, yo. So here we're going to need baking powder and baking soda, but I didn't have baking powder, so I substituted with baking soda and vinegar. You can find the substitutions and all that on Google. We're going to need a half cup of milk, and now it's time to mix this into the bowl. So what we're going to do right now is to add the sugar into the bowl and just pour it all over. So we're going to add our flour. I should mention that I've already sieved this. So now we are going to sieve our cacao powder into the mixture. This is going to be a long process, so I'm just going to speed through this. So now what we're doing next is to sieve the baking soda into the mixture. I actually thought that I should have mixed the vinegar and baking soda separately and then added it instead of adding the soda separately and the vinegar separately like a crazy person, because see how I'm just pouring it in there. Okay. Sure. Okay, so next we're going to add our oil into this mixture, and then after that we are going to crack an egg, and I used a spoon for this. It's not a problem actually, it's not like I'm doing anything illegal, so yeah. So after all this, now we are going to, I forgot what is up next. Oh yeah, we're gonna mix this. We have to mix this thoroughly, guys, so we're just gonna mix it. This is gonna be quite a mixing process. I'm gonna have to speed through. Okay, so I'm gonna have to mention that I got this chocolate cake recipe idea from this other YouTube channel called Emma's Goodies. Emma makes beautiful, amazing cakes, and she just has wonderful baking ideas. I'm gonna link her YouTube channel in the description box down below so you can check her YouTube channel out. And later in this video, I'm also gonna be using a chocolate icing recipe from this other YouTube channel, which I love. Like, it saves me when I'm making cakes. So I'm also gonna link that YouTube channel in the description box down below. So now that our batter is beautifully mixed, we can just use the spatula to just get those unmixed parts of the batter. So now we're gonna add our batter into an oiled and floured baking pan. So we're just gonna pour it inside the baking pan and pour it inside the baking pan. This is a long part. I should have cut it. Okay, well, let's just finish with that. Okay, yeah. Okay, so next I'm gonna add chocolate chips, this one here, into the batter. So I had a bit of difficulty getting the chocolate chips out of the packet for some reason, but anyways, I got a small amount out and I just sprinkled that into the batter. After this, I'm just going to shake this a bit so that the air particles can just come out. And as you can see, some flour particles came onto the batter. But anyways, we're just going to pop this into the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. So now let's get into making the chocolate/caramel syrup for this cake. We're going to need a small pot and we're going to add some sugar into this pot. Now we are going to add milk or water onto the sugar. You can add milk for more creaminess, but water is also fine. I realized that I added more milk than I was supposed to. You're just supposed to add a small amount. It's not supposed to be that liquidy. So this is how it looks after I've put it on the stove for a few minutes. And as you can see, it's a bit too watery. Again, do not add too much liquid. So we're going to just add some cacao powder and then just mix it a bit and then add it back to the stove. I can just be doing all of this on the stove, but then the reason why I'm bringing it off the stove is because I don't want my phone next to the stove. It can be dangerous. Anyways, this is how it looks after it has cooked for a while. We are going to strain this into a small glass bowl and then put it in the fridge for a while so it can thicken. So now our cake is done and it looks pretty good. Just to make sure it's done, you can put a toothpick inside the cake to check if it's clean. If it's clean, it means that it's perfectly cooked. As you can see, my thumb says it all. We're gonna wait for it to cool down a bit and then bring it out and then do a small I'm proud of my cake video. Okay, let's get right into the real thing again. So now our syrup has thickened, but it's still a bit liquidy. Like I mentioned earlier, do not add so much liquid so it's not as runny as mine is. Anyways, we're gonna just spread this on top of the cake. The purpose of the syrup is just to add that bonus flavor to the cake, make the cake a bit sticky, but in that delicious way, you know. We're gonna shake this up a bit so the syrup can penetrate through the cake. After this, we can now put our chocolate icing. This was the icing I was talking about earlier on. I will link the YouTube channel from where I got this icing idea from. Oh my goodness, this icing is beautiful. Just look at how thick it is, how beautiful it is. It is amazing. I used flour, cocoa powder, sugar, milk, butter for this icing, and let me tell you, oh my goodness, it is amazing. Again, I'll link it in the description box down below. So this is how the cake looks. Forgive the lighting. It is beautiful and wow. I'm going to sprinkle some chocolate chips on top because why not? As you can see, my thumbs over there. So guys, this is how it looks. So beautiful and delicious. Oh my goodness, as you can see, I am cutting it out so you know I can eat and the people around me can eat it too. We've been waiting for this delicious chocolate cake and oh my goodness, it was delicious. I popped in another video of me taking a video of my cake and a picture. It was great. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please make sure to like and you may consider subscribing. Thank you so much. Bye.